Witchy rom-com. Witchy rom-com.
I think I stopped reading when I got into university and realized that my workload was crazy. Well, I didn't stop reading. I'm an English major, so I was reading a lot, but I wasn't reading for fun and for leisure, and I hated everything I was reading because I was forced to read them. It's winter break right now, and I decided to go to Barnes & Noble's, pick up some books that I've been hearing about online, and give them a try. And I picked up this book, Shadow and Bone, and this got me back into reading. It's not like 5-star good, but it was enough to push me back into loving reading, loving the fantasy, feeling like you're in another world. So I went back and I bought more books. So let's see that.
Witchy rom-com.
So I bought a lot of books. I think it's going to carry me throughout the first couple months of the new year. I assume that I'm not going to read too fast, but I'm not going to not read, I hope. So I hope these books last me a good while. So the first book I picked up was Siege and Storm, which is the second book of Shadow and Bone. So I'm excited to read this, but I'm not going to read this just yet because I'm going to take a break from the series and I'll come back to it later. But this is the first book I got, Siege and Storm. Really excited to see what happened to Mal and Alina and all the other characters in the book. I'm actually so happy that they got me back into reading because now I could live in this little fantasy world in my head through a book. The next book I got is Babel. I'm really excited for this book. I read the synopsis while I was at the store and I was like, this seems like a good book. I'm a linguistic major, so I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but it made me have a little more interest in this book. It's about translation and all that, and it's arcane history. So excited to read this. This is probably going to be my next read that you guys are going to see me read in this vlog. I'm so excited to read this. First impressions, the lettering, the font is tiny. That's crazy. That's gonna be this book might take me a little while. And I also don't like the texture edges. It's just not my thing, but I'm really excited to read this book. I also got the first book of the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I was gonna buy the other books, but I was like, no, I should probably read the first book first, make sure I like it before I decide to buy the whole series. I have a problem with that. That's why I only bought the second book of the Grishaverse now. But I'm excited for this book. I hear it's really good. I actually have no idea what the book is about, but I've heard about it all online and on TikTok, and I'm really excited to read it. I'll probably get to this one next after Babel. This book I got is The Secret History by Donna Tartt, which is like a dark academia book. It's like a mystery. I've heard a lot about it as well online. Ooh, the font is also small. But yeah, I'm excited to read this book as well. I've heard a lot about it. I used to be in a big dark academia, what do you call it? Moment. A big dark academia vibe. I don't know. But that's when I decided I wanted to read this book. I'm not so much in that dark academia vibe anymore. Well, a little bit. But yeah, I'm still excited. I've heard a lot of good things about this book. I've also heard some negative things, but you hear both. So I'm excited to read this one as well. The next book I got is One of Us is Lying. I wanted a little bit of mystery and thriller. Sorry, I got interrupted. What was I saying? Yeah, mystery and thriller. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this book as well. I'm on Book Talk, can you tell? I hear things about books and then I buy the books and I read them and I'm like, oh my god, that book was so good. It's almost as if 20 million other people also told me that the book was good. The next book I got is Caraval, however you say it. I'm so excited to read this book. I've seen people talking about it and like crazed about how like crazy this book is, and I saw it in the store and I wasn't gonna grab it, but I was at the store with my brother and he was looking for a book and he decided that he wanted to read this when he picked it up, and I was like, you buy that and then let me read it afterwards. So my brother's gonna read this one first, so we're gonna see what his thoughts are on it, and then I'm gonna read it and see what my thoughts are on it, and I'll finally have someone to talk to about books, even though I haven't been reading the past couple days. I've only ever been able to like talk about books with my other English major classmates. The last book that I got is Legends and Lattes, which is like a cozy fantasy. So I'm excited about that. I've never read a cozy fantasy. I've never read a book like this. Usually I find them quite boring. But I already read the first couple pages and I was like, I kind of like this. It feels like you're reading the aftermath of a D&D game. And I recently got into D&D this year too, or last year. This year? Whenever this gets published. 2023. I also ordered a lot of like new things for my reading journey because I am very like motivated, very hyped, very determined to become a reader now as a 20-year-old. So I ordered some new things. I ordered an annotating kit, so I ordered some tabs, some highlighters, and a case to put them all in. And then I ordered a reading journal and some stickers. So that's about all I need to get started now. So now, let's read. Just kidding, we're gonna open the packages first.
So I have 2 of my packages here now, so I'm gonna open them up, and they should be my little annotation stuff. So after that, we could start reading.
Made this big box for some highlighters. So I got the Pilot Friction highlighters. These are my favorite. They don't bleed through pages and they're really like muted. And they erase, but I don't usually use that. I don't really use that often. But I got a 10 pack. Then here's a pouch. And here are some tabs. These colors, and these colors, and these colors, this color palette, and this color palette, this color palette. So I'm set on tabs for a good while, and markers, and I got this new little bag to put them in. So this is my old pouch, my little Rilakuma pouch, and it has my old annotating stuff in here, but I think I'm gonna move some of it out and into the new one. Like, this is all the tabs I had left. I had read before. I did read a little bit in university, but yeah. So we're gonna move everything into the new pouch. So for Babel, I think I'm gonna use these gray tabs and this one really dark red tab, and then I'm going to use this red highlighter and this gray highlighter. So I'm going to go ahead and put these into the front pocket since it's my current read. Yay! Now let's get reading. Ew, that was really cringy. Now let's read. Let's read. Oh, look at the, wow. That's irritating. That was not nice. I'm really sorry for that. It is the next day, and I was reading, and I fell asleep, so I read a little bit more today, and I gotta say, this book is a little slow for me. I'm also used to young adult literature. It's like I was saying, I'm more used to young adult literature, and this, I don't think is young adult because it's very much more deep, and the words are a little bigger. So it's actually taking me quite a while to get through this book. I do like it so far, but it is a bit slow in building up. I get that, like, it has to build the characters and the storyline, but right now it's just a little slow for me. But I'm not that far in, so I'm guessing more will happen as I continue. But right now, that's what I got. I hate this. I really do. It's very uncomfortable, but you know, it's okay. I am excited to keep reading and figure out what is happening, because right now it just kind of seems like, oh, this, you know, this person, you meet the character, and it's like, okay, but why are we meeting this character? And I feel like we're about to get into that where I am right now, so I'm kind of excited. But I've been having a headache today and like last night, so I haven't been reading too much, but it's kind of going away now, so I'm gonna try to read as much more as I can. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really excited to get into reading this year, and I hope you guys follow along on the journey. So if you want to subscribe or like or comment, go ahead and do that. That'd be great. But I'm gonna keep reading, and I'll probably have more bookish stuff on this channel. I'm not completely sure what this channel really is yet, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! That was cringe. Everything I do is cringe. I'm not used to talking to a camera yet. Can you tell?